Hey guys, it's GoldenSteelTV here. We're back with another Roblox flight simulator video. It's gotten a new update again. This time, a new military airport just got added, and that's what I'm gonna be showing. And that's what I'm gonna be showing you guys today. There's a lot to talk about in this video. But first, I want to show you the plane I'm about to fly. This is the B-2 bomber, which is essentially one of the biggest aircrafts the U.S. military has ever had. That plane is very expensive to manufacture, as it costs $2.13 billion per aircraft on average. That's expensive if you ask me. So as a result of that, only 21 aircraft of this model were of this type were only 21 models of this aircraft type were ever built, since it was too expensive to keep building more and more and more. So yeah, even though the military often gets a lot of money, the cost of building more B-2 bombers were just too much to keep. Were just too much for them to keep operating. So they're rarely used, and then only once in a blue moon it flies. Only one aircraft of this type has been destroyed in a crash, and only 20 remain out of all the 21 aircraft that were built of this type. All right, now we're flying this to McConnell Air Force Base, which is based off of the real life Air Force Base of the same name in Wichita, Kansas. This plane is a little too cumbersome to fly as well. It's fast at 545 knots, but this one is a little too cumbersome to fly, which is another reason why only 21 aircraft of this type were built. Not just because it was extremely expensive. Yeah, this would be a pain in the ass to fly if I were an Air Force pilot. Right. I thought it flew faster than its actual airspeed at first, but when I actually got to fly it, it turned out to be a little slower than expected. But it is what it is. It's okay. There's only 3 seats here. I showed you guys what the cockpit looks like in here. I already showed you that. 2 pilot seats and 1 jump seat back there. And you... Alright. And you saw the cockpit instruments as well. Alright, we're nearing McConnell Air Force Base. Alright. I'm gonna give you a little tour of it, since it's new, and I wanna show you what's there as we're starting our descent and reducing airspeed for landing. Alright. I don't know, but I'm just I'm just too excited to be landing at this new airport. I'm coming in a little too fast, so if the I have here is not enough for me to land, I might have to abort and go around. Luckily though, it's reducing to the exact airspeed, to the exact appropriate airspeed needed to make a landing here. And as you can see, this runway I'm landing at here is very wide, wider than any other runway I've ever seen. As we're touching down now, yeah, the right runway on the other hand is of the normal size in width. This is also the longest. But both runways are also the are also longer. Um, how much do they measure at? Let me see. As I'm trying to figure out. Oh. Both runways measure at 4,329 feet. They're both the same length. The only difference is they're just both runways are of differing widths. So that's basically how long and big and wide the runways are. Okay, alright. And this is the hangar here that I'm parking my B-2 bomber at. I'm showing you guys the cockpit one last time before we get off and start the tour. Alright, we got more hangars here. We actually got 3 more here. So 4 hangars in total, as you've already seen. There's also 1 or 2 more, but for now, this is what I'm showing you. The doors for these hangars can be opened and closed by just pressing that button that you just saw, which says open and close. And we got the ground crew station here, of course, as with most airports in this game. In this game, we got more here. There's one. Alright, we got the Air Canada plane coming in here, even though this airport doesn't serve any civilian aircraft and airlines at all. Alright, that's actually 3 more hangars here, besides the other 4 I just showed you. And this is the building which houses the classrooms, not for school, but flying school. And this is the map of Cyprus. And yes, of course, the Cyprus in this game is based off of the real life Cyprus in real life, which, for those of you who don't know, is located south of Turkey and off the coast of Syria and Lebanon, out west. Alright. There's more I'm gonna show you, but there's one, but I'm gonna show you another aircraft I'm about to fly. The Avro Vulcan. like the alright. Actually, no. First, I'm going to show you the SR-71. This is the NASA model. It was manufactured by Lockheed. It's not flown anymore though. It has 2 seats, one the main pilot and the other the co-pilot. It's one of the fastest aircraft in the world, being flown by both the Air Force and NASA. I'm showing you guys the NASA model. It flies at a speed of Mach 3.2, not to be confused with the Mach 3 Razor from Gillette, that I'm sure a few people familiar with shaving know about. That you'll often find in grocery stores like Target, Walmart, Walgreens, what have you. I'm not going to fly the SR-71 since it's too fast, and reducing the speed would be a pain in the ass and take more time than normal. So yeah, not going to use it. But I'm going to show you the Avro Vulcan now, as promised. Sorry if you heard a strange noise in the background. Excuse me for that. It wasn't meant to end up on the audio. And yes, I farted on the audio. Yeah, but don't worry about that. Right now I'm going to show you the Avro Vulcan. It was first made in 1950. It was first made in 19. It was first made several years after World War II ended. And the Avro Vulcan used to be made from 1956 until 1965, used by the Royal Air Force, of course, as you can see by the Royal Air Force logo. Like the SR-71, the Avro Vulcan no longer flies, as it's retired from service, but there are still some that remain of the Avro Vulcan that still fly, as I'm putting the SR-71 away. This one is in the white livery. I'm gonna fly the camel livery model. The Avro Vulcan flies a little faster than a B-2 bomber. Alright, now we're gonna fly the camel Avro Vulcan. There's only two seats inside here. It's a little tight inside, but there you go. Oh shit! There is one more thing I forgot to show you. I'll show you in just a sec, but I gotta make it quick. Otherwise, my aircraft will disappear if I don't use it, and not make it. If I don't use it. Okay. We're gonna do the flyover both ships, the HMS Queen Elizabeth and the USS Gerald Ford. Both aircraft carriers, in other words. Right. I forgot to show you what's. Oh, I already showed you this hangar. I actually forgot to show you the air traffic control tower, which I'll show you in just a sec. Yeah, just taking a look at the hangar one more time. just to refresh my memory. But right now, let's focus on the air traffic control tower, since I forgot to show you it during the tour. Oh man, my brain just farted. Alright. Alright, now we're going in. I have the ATC pass, by the way, so... Alright, nothing in here to see, since there's nothing in here. Alright, trying to get up to the very top. Alright, so this is your traffic control here. And of course on the radar, the Larnaca and Paphos airports are shown on it. And so we got 4 stations here. And we got the balcony here. And there's also the Air Force Squad's logos. Yeah, the logos of the Air Force Squads stationed here. Ah, fuck, my Camel Vulcan aircraft just disappeared. I'm gonna have to respawn it again. I'm gonna have to respawn it. I'm just... My brain is all over the place right now. Things are getting goofier or wackier here, but it is what it is. Not trying to sugarcoat it, but man, my brain is acting up. Okay. Okay. Now let's get this baby flying. We're gonna fly over the HMS Queen Elizabeth and the USS Gerald Ford aircraft carriers. Alright, just for show. Alright, I'm also gonna fly over to Paphos Airport just to show you guys what it looks like. I've already shown you the Larnaca airports in one of the previous flight simulator videos. And more. And don't worry about that. Alright, now we're in the air. We're about to start the flyover. And up there is the Paphos Airport. Okay. And of course, there's a beach airport down here called Barra. Alright. This is Paphos Airport here. Right. Okay, now we're gonna fly over to HMS Queen Elizabeth next. Alright, let's talk about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl 58 started off as a defensive matchup in the first half. The first half was mostly of defenses killing each other's offenses. By the second half, though, it became about offenses as they pushed the scoring as they pushed the scoring up, and the game went into overtime. The first time the new overtime rules that were enacted as a result of the Chiefs versus Bills game from the 2021 playoffs. Yeah, that game was the reason why the overtime rules got changed. The rules got changed so that both sides could have an opportunity to possess the ball. And the rules worked as the 49ers got the ball first. However, they chose to kick instead of going for it on 4th down. And when the Chiefs finally got the ball, the 49ers defense couldn't stop the Chiefs offense from winning this game, as on that drive they scored a touchdown to put an end to that game and to get their 4th ring ever in franchise history. All right, now we're about to fly over HMS Queen Elizabeth. All right, here it is. There it is, above, right there. Here we are. Okay. Next up now is to fly over is the USS Gerald Ford. Alright. Alright, back to the Super Bowl. The score ended up being Chiefs 25, 22 49ers. The rematch from Super Bowl 54. Like that previous matchup, Patrick Mahomes won MVP. Now that as the Chiefs became the first repeat Super Bowl champions since the Patriots in Super Bowls 38 and 39 in 2004 and 2005. All right. So that's it about the Super Bowl. I wanted the 49ers to win, but because this is Patrick Mahomes and his Chiefs starting a new dynasty, I underestimated how they would come up with that win. So my apologies to the Chiefs for that, if I underestimated them. As now I'm about to fly over the USS Gerald Ford. Alright, it's coming up now, coming in front of me. Alright, there it is, right there. Yeah, it's funny that a British military aircraft is flying over a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. Okay, right. The Chiefs had a parade as customary with other Super Bowl with sports champions. However, tragedy struck there when one person was killed and dozens were injured in the shooting. Yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to the family of a lady who sadly lost her life there, and to the dozens that were hurt. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that it happened. You never know. You never know what could happen to you. Anywhere, anytime, you know. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful wherever I go. Yeah, it's just a sad, unfortunate, tragic situation for everybody involved. All right. So that's it about the Super Bowl. All right, as we're nearing Tokyo for a landing. I'm flying a little too low, but now that I'm nearing Tokyo, and that I'm about to land, that should be less of a problem for me. If I were flying a commercial aircraft, this would be a problem, but not with this military aircraft, as I'm flying at a level I should be at. All right, well, now we're touching down, and here we are. All right. I'm going in a little too fast, but I'm okay. I'm okay. Alright. Okay. Now let's... Alright, as we're about to park the aircraft, let's talk about the All-Star game in the NBA. The All-Star game ended with the West lose with the West scoring 186 and the East scoring 211. The East won by 211 to 116. West. Damian Lillard from the East team won the All-Star MVP. It was the most points scored by any team in an All-Star game in NBA history, and also the most that game was also where the most points combined scored by both teams. Ah, fuck. I'm all over the place. The game was also achieved the record in which it had the most points combined by both teams in NBA history at an All-Star game. And there was also 67 three-pointers made in that game. Also a new NBA record. So this game was record-breaking, to say the least. Does that mean? I know NBA purists don't like how we're scoring to the. I know basketball purists don't like how we're getting how the NBA is getting too many high-scoring games. But the thing is, offenses are getting better and more complex than ever, which is why there's a lot of high-scoring games more than ever now than before. And that's even gone to NBA players too, as there have been more 70 point games by players over the last 2 years than previously. And we just had that recently. When Donovan Mitchell scored 71 points last year. Also the same year, Damian Lillard scored 71 points as well. And this year, Joel Embiid scored 70 points, and then 4 days later, Luka scored 73 points, the most points scored by a player this decade. It's crazy when you think about that, to see that NBA offenses have evolved and have resulted in high scoring games more than ever. It's crazy to see that change. It's crazy to see the league evolving this way. I know some NBA fans don't like that, but if you like high-powered offenses in the NBA, then you might like that. It's not everybody's. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, basketball keeps changing, and the NBA keeps changing too. Sports will always continue to change and evolve in one way or another. So that's my point. So, point is, sports and leagues in general are evolving, and the NBA and basketball are no different. Right. I was deciding whether to fly the Iberia 747 aircraft or not. I just showed you what it looks like. I love the livery inside the. I love the livery and the interior of the Iberia 747 aircraft. But I want to go with the Pan Am 747 because it's historical and iconic. I also love the interior inside too, even though it looks plain white inside. The Iberia 747 is the dash 400 model, by the way. The Pan Am 747 model I'm flying is the dash 100 or 200, I think. Which, right. Pan Am is no longer around, of course, but its legacy continues to live on. And even now in this game. Alright, that's everything about. So, there you have it. Just some useless facts and information that I want to spit out. Oh, fuck. It's okay, don't worry. I'm good. I know I keep blabbering the useless information and facts and news that nobody wants to hear, but that's all I got for now. That's all I got for sports, the NBA and NFL for now. Okay. So this brings me to what I'm planning to do, as I'm about to take off from Tokyo, heading back home to Rockford. Next video after this will be a gaming video with action commentary instead of talking about blah blah blah, sports topics, personal topics, whatever. It's so that's my plan. Barring any setback, barring anything that will keep me busy off of YouTube. I can't promise anything and can't make 100% and can't make things 100% clear and confirmed 100%, but just want to let you guys know what I'm gonna do in the future, the foreseeable future, should I say. So after this video, once, like I said, I'm gonna upload the action commentary gaming video, where I don't talk any topics at all. Instead, just commentating on whatever action happens in the video game that I'm playing. So, and furthermore, the videos could be the natural disasters Roblox video. It's been a long time since I last played that game on camera. I've been playing that game. I've been getting back to that game recently, and I want to show you how I'm getting back to it. It's been a long time since I did the natural disasters video on YouTube, but I just want to get back to it not only for old time's sake, but because I just want to do something fun. I just want to do a fun video where I don't get serious. I just have fun. So in other words, just talk about whatever's going on in the game and not go into real life topics at all. And natural disasters video and the natural disaster game on Roblox is just perfect for that. It's just perfect for that type of video. Alright. So once again, one last time, I'm gonna be doing the natural disasters video in like a few weeks or so. Can't promise or confirm 100% anything, but that's my plan, barring any setback or anything that could happen in my life. So, yeah, that's the plan I got for now, for the foreseeable future. As I'm nearing Rockford. Oh, by the way, the Pan Am 747 I'm flying, if in case you didn't notice, doesn't have any winglets. It's unlike the Dash 400 model. No winglets, unlike the Dash 400 model of the 747. Only the older types, and the Dash 8 747s have no winglets. The Dash 100, Dash 200, Dash 300, the SP and Dash 8 have no winglets. And this one just doesn't have any. Only the Dash 400 has winglets. Alright, we're about to land now at Rockford. Despite the name, this airport is not based off of the real-life Rockford Airport in Illinois. This one is said to be based on the airport in France, in Marseille, France. I hope I pronounced that city right. Alright, just to point that out. Sorry if I talked too much useless information and facts, but I just had to spit that out for those who don't know or are just curious. Alright. We made a safe, smooth landing here. I've gone on for too long. But if you don't like long videos, it's okay. My videos are what they are, and I don't make any rules for myself or anyone. Right. If you enjoy long videos, more power to you. Alright, enough waffling, enough rambling, enough nonsensical talking. We're finally here. Finally home. Alright, we're here. Alright, just want to make sure I parked the aircraft correctly at the gate. Yeah, okay. It's parked correctly. Yes. There we go. Alright, this is a good stopping point now, since I've gone on for too long and have rambled on for too long. Right. A throwback to the 70s and 80s, when this aircraft was the norm and when this airline used to be popular before its sad downfall. So I'm bringing back the memories for those who grew up flying that airline or on that aircraft type. Right. Okay. Alright, that's it. That's it for now. I don't think I have anything to say, really. I already said this is where I'm gonna be stopping at for now to end this video. So, as always, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.